purpose of a central station is 24/7 monitoring. It's going to monitor the system for ground faults, open, shorts, closed, AC loss, battery loss, alarms, troubles, supervisories, loop faults, any and everything. It also gives you immediate notification, especially with the central stations we work with. You can either get email, text, they can call you. However you want the communication, you can get that. And it also enhances your safety because you have somebody that's sitting there while you're sleeping. We're up 24/7 protecting your building. So if anything happened, we're going to get the authorities out there to either put the fire out or whatever we need to do to make sure that we ensure safety to that particular property. Now we're going to get into how you get your fire alarm license. So I want to explain to you the importance of getting your fire alarm license. Unlicensed people out there, they're all out there and they're out there, doing work without a license. If you get caught, that's like $10,000 per fine. You don't want to go through that. So you get your fire alarm license or partner with somebody who have their license. Like you can have the business and the person who has the license can qualify the business. Or if you have your license and you don't have a business, you can qualify another business. But it's a very lucrative business. You can make money in this business. You just have to understand how to put things together and how to manage your own business. So obtaining your fire alarm license is essential for any professional working in the fire alarm industry. It demonstrates expertise, ensure compliance with regulations, and enable individuals or companies to legally install, maintain, and service fire alarm systems. So it's very, very important to be an expert in whatever field you're in. So if you could be flipping burgers, working in McDonald's, make sure you get that food handling paperwork. Make sure you get whatever paperwork you need to get to show that you're an expert at whatever it is that you do. So how do you get your license? There's a few steps that you want to take, but I actually broke it down into 3. So you can start off with the Metropolitan Burglar and Fire Alarm Association. There they have an 81-hour course. It's actually like 4 weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, 10, 12 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday. So they go through fire alarm modules, card access modules, access control, safety. So they go through 5 different modules to help you prepare for state exam. Now, the state exam that I took was downtown William Street, and I took that 15 times because of my arrogance. I thought, since I've been in the business 10 years at the time, since I've been in the business for so long, that I was good. I knew everything about fire alarm, and I could take this test with just the information, just from the 81-hour course. No, I was so naive. I really had to sit back, look in the mirror, slap myself around, study, go back to the 81-hour course, humble myself, go through that book, and that 15th time I had to take it seriously. I don't know what I was thinking about. That arrogance really is no good. It's really a no good neighbor in your life. So leave the arrogance alone. Just keep it with confidence. So once you take the state exam and you pass that, then you can submit your application along with your fingerprints. You can get your fingerprints online or go to the local PD. As long as you ain't got no background infractions, then you good money. Get your fingerprints, submit your application, and make your payments. And process take about 5-6 months, things like that. Even if you don't pass the test, it's going to take some time. You're going to find out right there, but then you're going to have to wait a few months before you can take the test again. But if you pass it, take you a few months, I'm going to say 5-6 months to get your actual license. And every 2 years, you got to recertify or renew. I want to go over the past 10 years of us being in business. And when I say us, I say Security Security. So I've started Security Securities in 2017. I want to say I started in 2013, but I went active. And what I mean by went active is I opened up my first bank account in 2017. I formed the business actually in 2013, but being afraid to actually jump off the porch and actually start your business with no know-how, no information, you don't do that. So it just took me some time to actually start my business and actually quit my job really to go full-time with the business. But since then, I've gotten myself minority certified, New York State, New York City, DBE, which is a disadvantaged business enterprise that's through the MTA. I went through the SCA Mentor program, which is the School Construction Authority. That's where they build all the schools. That department is responsible for building all the New York City schools. So all of these programs got me into a place or gave me that little bit advantage to compete in this market that's winning by larger companies. So how these certification programs work is they say, hey, large company, you got to give 15 to 30% to minority vendors. And what makes it good for a person with a trade, an electrician, me, fire alarm technician, HVAC guy, whatever, plumber, they need those in every building. So these construction companies or even electrical companies, they search a database, and that database, I'm on that database, and they see, because I keep it updated, they see the type of projects I've did, and they see the amount of money I've made with these projects. Majority of times, I don't even go through a competitive process when it comes to setting my price. How I base my price is the type of work they're doing. Like if I know it's a $60 million contract, I'm reaching. I'm not going to even hold you. I'm reaching. If they say it's too much, then that means I reach too far. If they don't say nothing, I ain't reach enough. But it still be good enough for me because it's a 5-man, 1-woman, my wife team and whatnot. So it's 5 of us. So it works out for all of us. The pays are high. Everybody get high salaries and it's good.